Hi, this is Gary with MacMost.com. Today let's take a look at some fun features of the messaging app on your iPhone. MacMost is brought to you thanks to more than 600 supporters just like you. Go to MacMost.com/Patreon. There you could read more about the Patreon campaign, join us, and get exclusive content and course discounts. So over the years, Apple has built up a whole bunch of different fun features in the Messages app. You can use these when you're messaging somebody else also using iOS 13 on an iPhone or iPad. So first let's look at using bubble effects. Bubble effects you apply to the text bubble that the person receives. So for instance, if I would respond to this message like that, I could just tap the send button. But I could also tap and hold the send button. And then I get send with effect at the top. And you see it says bubble and screen. So make sure you tap bubble. And then you have these bubble effects. Slam, for instance, if you tap that you could see what it looks like. So each one of these is going to give you a preview. Loud will look like that. Gentle will look like that. And invisible ink will actually show as kind of this noise until you tap the message and then it will reveal itself. So you can pick which one of these you want to send. Like let's send it with slam. And now that I've selected that, I'll tap the send button a second time. And now it's sended. And you could see what it looks like for the other person on your device as well. Now also we saw the other types of effects were screen effects. So let's tap and hold the send button until we see send with effect at the top. But let's switch to screen. And now you can see all these different screen effects. So that first one there you can see fills the screen with all of those. You can swipe right to left to go to the second one. Send with a spotlight like that. And you can see all the dots at the bottom showing you where you are in the list of screen effects. So let's go to the next one. You can see these are balloons. This is confetti. A heart. Lasers. Fireworks. A shooting star. And celebration's the final one. Now, once you've picked this one, you can send it and they will see this on the other side. Matter of fact, this one even comes with a haptic effect. I can feel it in my hand as the explosions happen. Some of these actually happen automatically. If you were to send something like happy birthday and send that, it actually comes with the balloon effect. So I didn't have to actually choose the effect. Just saying the words happy birthday will actually include that screen effect. Notice too there's a replay button under some of these. So if I wanted to replay the bubble effect I could just tap replay or replay the celebration effect there after how are you. So next we have reactions. So reactions are when somebody sends you a message you can respond but without actually having to send them another message. Instead tap and hold their message and it will come up with these various reactions at the top. You can see there's 6 of them. So there's a heart, thumbs up, thumbs down, ha ha, 2 exclamation points, and a question mark. So for instance, if somebody asks you a yes or no question or something you want to respond with, okay, you can just do this and then tap the thumbs up and then a little thumbs up appears above the message and that's what they see on their screen as well. So next let's take a look at the strip of apps that appear just above the keyboard. You can see they're starting with the Photos app and then the App Store and I can tap and hold and you can see they enlarge a bit so I can see names and I can drag back and forth. So there are a bunch of different ones you get by default. One of those is called Images. Tap that one and it will bring up this GIF finder and you could find all sorts of different things here. So you can tap on the find thing and it will come up with a search area, recents, categories, all sorts of things. So for instance I can search for happy birthday and I'll come up with all of these different GIFs and I can select one and then it will include that and I can still type a message there and it will send that as a GIF. So you can find a GIF for almost any occasion or any movie quote or anything. Spend some time searching around in here for anything that you want just to get an idea of what's available. There are other apps that you could use here to send things. One of those is this thing called Digital Touch. And this allows you to draw and it will recreate the drawing with an animation. So for instance I can draw like a little smiley face like that and I could send it. And you can see they don't just get the resulting image, they actually get a little animation that shows it drawing. Now while drawing you can tap on the left side and get colors. So you can switch to a different color, for instance. You can also tap the camera button here, and now you can do more things. You can use a video recording or a photo. So you can tap the white button on the left side to take a photo, and then you can draw on top of it. Or you could take a video and draw around the video. Hit stop, and now you could see if I send it, it actually has the video of me talking and the drawing on top of the video. So it's kind of neat. Also do some other things with it. Like for instance, if I start recording and I tap and hold one finger, you can see it creates this special effect here. If I just do a quick tap, it does that. If I do two fingers, a little kiss, there's a bunch of different effects. You can see I could tap that I button that appears at the lower right hand corner, and it tells you all the different effects. This one takes a little bit of practice, so I would just play around with it with a friend, maybe go back and forth sending each other things, and then you get pretty good at it, and then you could use it in regular conversations for fun later. Now kind of like that is something called handwriting. So handwriting you won't see in vertical mode on your iPhone, but if I turn the phone horizontally, now you can see in the keyboard at the bottom right is a little squiggle. I tap that and now I could actually write something out. There are some suggestions here at the bottom that I can use, and I can switch back to the keyboard with the little keyboard button. But while I'm in here, I can actually write with my finger and then hit done, and then I could go and send it, and what I've written will be sent as a little image. Now another app you could use is Stickers. Stickers is this little one right here, and basically it allows you to use the Animoji. So like all of these little funny characters that come with your iPhone, but also ones you create. Here you can hit the three dots button there and create a new Memoji, for instance. You can use any of those, and with it selected you can go and select a sticker. So a sticker is taking that face and throwing something else in it, like a little heart there or a thumbs up, that kind of thing. So you could tap one of those and it just sends it as a quick picture. It's a little nicer than sending an emoji, which is just generic. You're now sending something a little more custom. Now note, Stickers also applies to third-party apps. Third-party apps, when you install them, can include different stickers that appear here in these tools. So for instance, here's GarageBand, and you can see a bunch of stickers are included with GarageBand. So I could send something like a drum kit like that. So there are all sorts of different apps. A lot of apps that are like food ordering apps, so the company's logo and such will appear as a sticker, and then maybe pictures of their food, little drawings of their food. So it's kind of fun. So you can go and look through and see what's there. You can always go to the More button at the end and see which ones that you have already in the list, but also find other apps that you may want to go and add to the list. Now another thing you could do that's not visual is to actually send audio. So you can see the little audio button at the right side of the typing field there. Just tap and hold that and you can record your voice. Hey, how you doing? And now I could send it, and that'll get sent as a recording, and the person at the other end can press a play button to play it. This is also handy when it's not convenient to type, so you can send a quick little message just like doing walkie-talkie back and forth. Now in addition to be able to record your voice, you can also use those same Memojis or Animojis in the app here, and you can choose one of Apple's Animoji like that, or you can choose one that you've created on your own. And if you hit the record button, it will record you talking, so you get the audio and also the video of your little Animoji or a Memoji talking. Hit stop, and then you could send that, and they get the video and the audio here of your little Memoji head talking with the audio. So kind of a combination of using the audio recording and Animoji. Of course, you could also just tap the camera icon on the left there, and you could take a quick photo of yourself to go right into the conversation, or go to video and record a quick video, and then take that, hit stop, and then hit the send button to send that video. So one last thing I want to show you is how to play games using the Messages app. You have to get an app from the App Store. One of the most popular ones is Game Pigeon. They've been there since the very beginning, but there are lots of other apps that allow you to do it as well. So once you've installed this app, when you're back here in Messages, it appears as an app here at the bottom. So we'll look here for Game Pigeon, And there it is. And you could see all these different games that you could play over messages. So let's choose 8-ball. And I can send this as a request to the other person. Now they need to have the app as well. I believe it'll prompt them to download it if they don't have it. Now they'll make their first move. Now it's my turn. I can hit the play button and see what happened. So this is what they did. And now it's my turn. So now I could go and position this and, make a play. And of course, different types of games play in different ways. This is just how the pool game plays. At any time, I can hit the X button to exit out of this, and I will see when it's my move and be able to go back in and play against them. You can see there are a bunch of different games here. Other apps you install will just have one particular game that it plays. So this is a lot of fun, and it's a great way to be able to play a game and talk with somebody at the same time over messages. Particularly great for long distance friendships where you can have a game as an excuse for just touching base with each other every once in a while. I publish new tutorials every weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Then hit the little bell icon to get notifications for each new tutorial.